Barcelona 4, Manchester United 0. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, our channel is Buatan. If you're new to our channel, please like our videos, share our videos, comment in our videos, alright? And of course, most importantly, please subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you'll be notified when we go live or when we release a new video. Jai.
Seperti, seperti biasa kita ada Telegram, dekat dalam Telegram group tu kita boleh bercakap tentang United, tentang apa sahaja pendapat tentang United, dan kita boleh bergaduh kat dalam Telegram tu, whatever. So dekat bawah ada dia punya caption, boleh join our Telegram group.
Okay, guys, before we jump into the juicy parts, all right, let me just give you some stats, all right? I'm not really the stat man, but then since Syed is on a holiday, let me just give you some stats. Okay, right now, right, this United team is officially the worst team post Sir Alex Ferguson. Okay, we are sitting at 58 points right now. And if we do win our last game in hand, right, we will settle at 61 points, which is 3 points behind the dreaded Moyes era. Okay. And also, okay, let's look at our rivals, so to speak. Okay, looking at how we are performing at this moment, right? West Ham might just finish ahead of us and qualify for the Europa League. Okay, of course they got to face City and whatnot, but then, I mean, how confident are you that the next game against Crystal Palace we will actually win? Okay, so assuming if we lose the last game and then West Ham, I think they got City and Brighton next. Okay, so if they actually win Brighton and whatnot, right, they will be ahead of us with regards to goal difference and whatnot. So yeah, just imagine that. All right, we will finish in the Conference League. Look at our other rivals. Liverpool might just get the quadruple, and Arsenal might finish at the third spot. All right, Arsenal might actually finish above Chelsea, man. It's possible, man. I think right now they are like 1 point behind. This very moment, they are just 1 point behind Chelsea. All right, so just let that soak in. Let's all get more depressed today, okay? Because basically it's depressing FC anyway. All right. So the first question of the night. Okay, I'm going to ask Josh. All right, Josh. JomUnited, we missed the Brentford game our live, right? Because due to some circumstances. All right. Okay. So anyway, that Brentford game, right, hands down, I would say that it's the best game we have played all season. All right. The build-up play we've been missing for so long, somehow it appeared okay. But with the same players that played that day and the players that played against Brighton, the total opposite happened. We were back to being the usual clumsy United. We can't get out of the half United and whatnot. So what actually went wrong, and what's your opinion on the game this morning?
Wow, it was a total 360 to be very honest. I really didn't imagine us losing to Brighton 4-0. I never thought this might happen in our lifetime of supporting United. I think that it happened for a long time ago when Brighton actually won United, but that was way long time. But for them to actually, and they won it, and Brighton didn't win us in a tough way. They won us by just walking through our defense and just scoring goals, and that's really embarrassing, to be honest. And I really don't know the answer to that, Coach Jom. I to be very honest, I don't know what really happened. From a very good performance against Brentford to a really 360 Jekyll and Hyde move to lose 4-0 against Brighton. I really have no idea what happened. But I have to give credit to Brighton, though. They played good football. They really played like tiki-taka football, going through the defense. And it's not like they took a long shot and they scored, They just, only the first goal. I think the third goal was they just walked through our defense and passed the ball through the net. But I really feel that they are just trying to finish off the season and just look forward for the next season. No one is motivated to have anything, to be example. And I'm trying to relate this to what last time Bruno Fernandes said, which he shouldn't say to start with, is that we got nothing to play for. I think that already circulate around the club, around the players, to say that, you know what, why put too much effort? And Premier League teams, we can't underestimate them, and they just walk all over us 4-0.
You see, Dog is looking extra fierce. He's eyeing you. I can see, although he's not really directly eyeing you, but from what I feel, the vibe, right? He wants me to ask you this question. All right,
Yes,
during
please.
the Brentford game, all right, you were talking about progression and whatnot. This is how Manchester United progress. So what is this? What happened to our progression?
Maybe we need to play more home games. Going away is not motivating enough. But yeah, I mean, I don't know lah. I really feel that we have to do the overhaul lah. We need to make a big statement. I think Ten Hag to come in. We need to really overhaul the players. The players, especially the back line lah. And I think I'm going on and on with Doc on this past 2 days also, that yes, De Gea is one of the best keeper that we had recently, but it need to be a statement overhaul lah, I would say, because we can't just say that the defense only did badly for the goals that we have conceded. We have the worst defense conceded in I don't know, 54 goals for the last how many seasons already, and I don't think we can exclude out a goalkeeper, which is our last line of defense. So if anything, if we want to overhaul the team, I think the whole back line need to go. I'm not excluding even David De Gea. I think we need to play high football, high line, and with Erik ten Hag coming in next season, who knows, even goalkeeper like Onana might come in and play first team and play magnificently. So if they were to be an overhaul statement by Erik ten Hag, I think the whole back line need to go.
Okay, let me read out some comments. Okay, comment by Justin Sean. What's the point of feeling disappointed when we United fans are already dead? Yeah, numb. Admin Gomba is not here, but yeah, I'm feeling numb. All right. By Maden, it's utter shambolic to lose to Brighton 4-0 after 1 hour. By Smurf, United got Brighton up and Brighton just walked past us all. Right. So, Jai, Nathaniel, all right. Starting. Okay, Jai sekarang nampak serious. I know. Okay, I put my hands up. Saya mengaku. Alright. Starting. Bila Rafael Varane sign kat United. Okay, kita semua ketawa kat you. Minta maaf, Jai. Public apology. I tak patut ketawa. Patut percaya you dari awal lagi. Okay, so apa jadi? Because I think for the past 3 games, culprit yang selalu kita jadi the scapegoat Harry Maguire tak main. Okay, and then we were expecting kalau ada orang macam Rafael Varane at the back line, world-class defender and whatnot, right? Our defense supposed to be solid. Tapi apa jadi dengan defense kita semalam? Lebih kurang sama dengan permainan Harry Maguire saja. Apa pendapat you?
Actually, kalau nak tengok semalam punya game, nampak Varane lagi teruk daripada Maguire lah. Kan? Sebab back four kita boleh nampak first goal yang Varane tak dapat block the goal, first goal, and then second goal Teles tak nampak defend kita dah naik atas, tertinggal. So dekat sini kita boleh nampak macam mana sebelum ni I pernah cakap Varane punya masa adakah dia datang ke United ni menjatuhkan United. So dekat sini kita boleh nampak the whole game daripada awal season ke sekarang kita tak dapat apa-apa. So kita boleh cakap yang kita ni dah gagal. Kemungkinan kita gagal dia pergi ke Champions League, gagal kepada Euro Cup, kita dah gagal. So kita tak dapat piala, kita tak dapat apa. So untuk mengatakan Varane ni berjaya dekat United, I dah pernah bagi tahu dan I pun pernah bagi peluang dekat Varane, and then kita boleh tengok kita kena 4-0, kita sebelum ni pun kena 4-0. So dengan tim yang sekarang ni pun dah macam level kita, sepatutnya bukan level kita. So sangat gagal lah, kita gagal lah. Saya nak blame Varane, saya dah pernah cakap. Tapi yalah, apa-apa pun banyak benda yang saya dah cakap, saya dah bagi tahu dengan apa yang saya rasa, dan kita gagal tahun ni. Itu yang paling.
So I think pengajaran kepada kawan-kawan semua. Okay, bila Jai bagi pendapat dia, we got to take it seriously. So mulai daripada sekarang, I trust you all the way, lah, Jai. Okay. Hashtag trust in Jai. Okay, we got a comment here by Martin Long Weizian. Jai, when we were linked to Ralf Rangnick, siapa ni Ralf Rangnick? Trust in Jai. Okay, everybody, hashtag trust in Jai. Okay, so speaking about Ralf Rangnick, okay, Doc, I know you got a lot you want to vent and let go out of your chest, all right? The performance yesterday, how much would you say it's due to the players and how much would you say it comes down to the manager, our interim manager to be specific, Ralf Rangnick?
I would blame both. It starts from the manager. The manager is the one who picks the players to play, right? The formation, I think, there were too many square pegs in round holes. Mata, Bruno Fernandes playing in somewhat similar position. That left the midfield somewhat bereft of any protection for the back four. You can see from the goals as well, right? They walked through the midfield and the defense, of course, clueless. You know, the positioning of the defense is totally off, and you are conceding goals to long balls from either the defense or the keeper. The one that I think Welbeck missed. It could have easily been 5 or 6-0 yesterday. And this is what I've been saying. Whatever said and done, even though it's interim manager, whatever it's exposing, his primary job is to get things done on the pitch. The minimum, I think, when we took over was to expect him to qualify for at least the Champions League, 4th place. We were in 6th place at that time, right? Not very far off. And considering our rivals also screwed up, this would be minimum. But the performances have gone from bad to worse. And I remember saying after the Brentford game, and I remember Josh said there was some, gameplay progression. But it was Brentford at home. No matter they are in better form or not, Brentford are a lower half team, somewhere just above relegation. I mean, somewhere between just above relegation, right? And we are at home. You are expected to produce performances that game in, game out, not one game. And yesterday, we were back to the same shit that we were playing all this while. The first half, right, they were just dominating us with no problem, right? It could have been at least 2 or 3 in the first half as well. They just missed their chances, didn't take the chances. And in the second half, a really shambolic performance. I don't think any one United player did himself any justice yesterday. Not at all, right? The first goal, De Gea was at fault, I would say, because he should have probably saved it.
What?
But look at the defense in front of him. He went through McTominay's legs. He went through Lindelof's legs. He would have definitely seen it late and unfortunately the corner. But again, I think he should have done better. But the rest of the goals, they walked through our back four and midfield. Look at the amount of space that they had for the second goal. Where was Dalot? Dalot was somewhere in the center, and then he pulled back to the Chuchurella, who's also empty at the edge of the box. Come on, this is basic defending. I mean, it's terrible, and the manager should take some blame as well as the players both.
Doc, I think among us all, right, you are usually the more positive one and whatnot. During the first half, right, do you actually expect a comeback from United yesterday?
Of course. Of course, I expected to come back. And then, the subs he made at halftime, bringing on attacking subs, right? Fred and Cavani, okay, was a good sign, But, we just fell apart, didn't we? Just totally fell apart. But again, it started from the midfield, Dom and Josh. The midfield was really open. We really made them look like a prime Barca, just walking through, playing tiki-taka football. Where you see, it was probably just some normal passing because there's so much of space. And the back four was all over the place.
Which brings me to the next question.
Tambah sikit.
Substitution. Okay, Jai, jalan dulu, Jai.
Ralf Rangnick semalam, dia letak 3-4-3, then dia tukar another formation. Dia ada 3 ataupun 4 dia tukar tau. Dia masukkan Cavani main dengan Ronaldo. So, I rasa lah, Ralf Rangnick mungkin gagal dari segi taktikal, tetapi kemungkinan juga player pun tak tahu macam mana taktikal tu berubah. I rasa macam tu lah. Mungkin ada macam Ralf Rangnick cuba nak bagi satu formation bertukar, tetapi tak boleh adapt dengan player. Itu yang I nampak lah. Ralf Rangnick dengan player pun tak sampai tau. Dia macam tak sampai dia punya taktikal tu. So mungkin dekat situ kita gagal lah game semalam. Memang kita kena teruk lah.
Josh, the question, the substitution that Ralf Rangnick actually did. I think many of us was surprised when he actually took out Matic, instead of Scott McTominay yesterday. And then of course, another suspect substitution is how to say, bringing in our captain, our Harry Maguire, when we were 4-0 down. So what's your take on the substitution?
Actually, what Jai said was really spot on, lah. Perhaps Rangnick wanted a certain something on the pitch, but when we went there, everyone was confused. And that's where it's so important to have a leader on the pitch. All right, we can't always depend on Ronaldo to do that, and that's why I was rambling about David De Gea, because he can see everyone from his angle, And if there is not from someone, that's why normally the captains, right, is either the top striker or your goalkeeper or your centre back. Very easy, because they have the centre back and the goalkeeper has the biggest vision from their goalposts. All right, if they are not getting the message from the manager to the pitch, and then you are seeing people running around, and that's what happened to our defense. Dalo is one side, Teles is another side, Varane not communicating, and all those things. So that's where I'm a bit more frustrated, because David De Gea has been in the club for so many years. All right, he knows how and when to play attack, when to defend, because he knows the capabilities of our player more than even Ralf Rangnick in that manner, right? And let's say if he just take up a bit more commanding and say, I need more defenders, or never mind, the wing back go up, never mind, we need 3 centre backs. These kind of things maybe not communicated. Maybe that's what Rangnick wanted, so that more players attack and do a comeback in that note. Like example, like what you see, because if Brighton's back 4 was Manchester United's back 4 yesterday, we will still lose, because we were not commanding at the back. If Manchester United's back 4 was in Brighton's back 4, Brighton also will have a clean sheet, because someone is taking a lead from the back. That's the most important thing to see, because there was no leaders on the pitch. And again, I cannot depend on Ronaldo every single time. And yes, Bruno was the captain. He failed yesterday. He was not up to the par. And I admit it, everyone needs to take the blame. But what I'm a bit more frustrated is that the most senior player in the team didn't step up yesterday.
And this is why we brought in Varane, isn't it? International world-class World Cup winner, supposed to be the leader on the pitch. Why are you blaming De Gea for not organizing his defense when you've got supposedly World Cup winner on your pitch? He should be able to be running the defense. What? The defense is all over the place. Okay? And you tell me Brighton's defense is not good. They've got Lewis Dunk. Lewis Dunk actually is a real leader on the pitch compared to our supposed leaders. None of them. And you're blaming De Gea for not organizing his defense. He has to freaking save every shot that's come his way, because look at the defense. And these are international world-class players. Dalo, right? Lindelof, Swedish captain. Varane, World Cup winner. Left side, you've got Teles, Brazilian left back. You're telling me they cannot organize themselves to deal with simple long balls? Come on, I think that's, you expect the goalkeeper to tell the defenders every single step where to go. There's something wrong with your whole defense.
Yeah, that's why I said that everyone need to go from the back, including De Gea, because there was no communication, there was no chemistry, there was no nothing. Yes, Varane came in as a world-class player, but he just came in newly to the team, right? Varane just came into the team. Even De Gea came in. He took one season to even adapt to the whole thing, and then became the player he was, right? So that's why I'm just a bit more like, if there's someone more senior in the team, right, to take charge, we wouldn't be losing 4-5-6-7-0. If yesterday was 1-2-0, so Brighton was a good footballing team. Don't take that out of them. But we lost because we had poor defenders, and I'm blaming everyone, including the goalkeeper. And we shouldn't exclude David De Gea because of 1, 2, 3, 4 saves? Actually, Sanchez had more saves yesterday.
No, it's not about excusing De Gea, but at least throughout the season, right? I can only see 2 consistent performers, okay? Throughout the season, okay? De Gea and Ronaldo. And why is everybody making them the problem when you've got other 9 players where nobody says anything? Come on, look at the defense yesterday. And Varane, I remember questioning the signing of Varane when he came as well. Was he really a good defender, or was it because he was guided by Ramos?
Okay, let me just read this comment first, all right, by Martin. Someone needs to investigate Varane's career because he's surely a fraud. No way someone this shit can have a World Cup and 4 Champions League without getting carried. Okay, and we have a question, all right? We got a question by Smurf. All right, this one I think maybe we'll do a round robin. Let's start with Jai dulu lah. Honest opinion, JomUnited panels, do you guys still think Varane, who is so blur all the time, dazing around, and Lindelof is the best centre-back pairing we have at the moment? Jai.
No, actually, pada Varane dia dah lepas lah. Dia dah lepas daripada tempoh bagusnya dia. Yelah memang dia ada World Cup apa semua. Tapi untuk English Premier League, kita kena cari betul-betul defend yang betul-betul suit dengan team. Bukannya kejap-kejap injured. And then kita boleh nampak dia pairing dengan Lindelof semalam macam mana. Ini lawan dengan Brighton now. Bukan lawan dengan Liverpool ke, Arsenal ke, ataupun Chelsea ke, Manchester City. Kita jumpa Brighton. Brighton yang kalau zaman dulu-dulu kita memang bukan level kita. Tapi disebabkan 4 defend yang semalam ni jadi macam kita sama level dengan diorang. Mungkin kita ke bawah daripada diorang. So pada Varane dah tak.
Tak apa. Habiskan dulu.
So kalau I dah cakap daripada awal lagi, Varane ni memang world class, tetapi dia datang untuk menjatuhkan United ke apa, tu korang semua kena jawab sendiri lah. Tengok dengan kita punya performance tahun ni.
Okay, so Josh, our centre back pairing, which would you consider the best, or would you just get rid of every single one of them and we start fresh anew?
I would say get rid of everyone if we can lah. But if you want to have someone, I will still personally stick with Varane, because Varane, he has that experience and he just came to United. For me, to be honest lah, this is just my feedback, and then everyone else should just go, and we have to restart back, because what I see is that if there's anyone to stay in the back line, it would be Varane and Lindelof, no one else. And this includes with the keeper. If Henderson is not there to perform as well, he also should go. Because the question just now was, Varane won a World Cup and 3 Champions League, right? It's not he won alone. He won with a team of players. He had great players around him. All right? Which also comes back to the question now, do we have a great defense unit, including a goalkeeper? No, we don't. That's the problem. Yeah, Varane is one of the players of the jigsaw that can make things possible. He knows when it's critical, he knows when to hold possession, he knows when to attack, he knows when to this. But he cannot do it alone. He needs a unit along with him. And we need that kind of experience. Look, for example, Thiago Silva, he's way off his experience already. But Chelsea still needs him. And they won some trophies with him. So I don't see why.
Do you think that Mendy is guiding Thiago Silva where to go? It's obviously the other way around. Thiago Silva is running his whole defense. And that is what I expect from Varane. That's what I expect from Varane. As a World Cup winner, I'm not saying he won a World Cup, that's why he's great. No, he's a great defender.
Yeah, but Varane
you are expected to lead.
Yeah, but Varane didn't play all the games because of injury. The most players that played this season was David De Gea, the most minute and the most appearance. And guess what? The most appearance person on the team was part of the Manchester United that had the worst season ever.
So being a leader is what? Depending how many games you play a season? No, being a leader is when you're on the pitch, you are able to guide those around you. It doesn't matter whether you've played 10 games or 20 games or 30 games.
Okay,
that is a leader.
Look at the teams above us. All the goalkeepers are born leaders, right? Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur.
No, Chelsea is not. Mendy is not a great keeper. I mean, in the sense that he's not a great. He doesn't sound much from the back. He's not a great at distribution. He's a good shot stopper, same like De Gea, but he's doing well at Chelsea.
He plays possession.
Ederson and Alisson, you don't count because their defense is very stable. Their defense has been there for many years. Okay, let me take you back a few seasons. De Gea has played behind 10 seasons at United. He's played behind different defenses. How come he was fine previously? Even with Smalling and Jones last time, they were fine. Why is it now a problem? So where is the problem? Is it the keeper or is it the current defenders that you have?
I think this is turning into a David De Gea show lah.
No. I mean, I don't know why he and Ronaldo are being singled out as the problems when they are actually the only consistent players throughout the season. I'm not saying he's perfect, De Gea is not perfect. Ronaldo is not perfect either. Somewhere around January, he had a few poor few games, right? He missed a couple of easy chances and all that. And that's when all this, trolling started. Oh, he's the problem. But look at what has happened as a season as a whole. Let's just look at the Player of the Month awards. 8 months. 4 won by Ronaldo, 3 won by De Gea, 1 won by Sancho. That shows the rest of the team nobody is performing at all. Right?
Actually,
so when these two don't perform,
come on, CR7 is 37. DDG is not 37.
I'm not talking about age, Josh. I'm talking about consistency.
And we are talking about being a scapegoat.
It's two different things. Whether or not he's 37 and this guy is 30, it doesn't matter. But they're the only consistent players, and why are they being singled out as the cause of all the problems?
Yeah, so if anyone was to be singled out, it's only Cristiano. I don't see why we should blame him for anything, but everyone else should be blamed. That's the thing.
Okay, guys, chill. I think we'll have a separate special episode for this thing, all right? So you all can really go the distance lah with this conversation, this topic.
This one you might
alright?
need a ring and boxing gloves, really, dude.
That's what we plan to do live outside in the ring. Let the fist do the talking, you see. Okay, but anyway, okay,
Buat
let
je
me
lah.
ask you, Doc, this question, all right, with regards to the youth, all right. So I think many of us, especially myself, I was saying that 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 pretty much the season is over and why not we should actually play the youth. Okay, but having seen how Ilenga actually played, I think with the lot right of the youth that we have right at this very moment, I think the best is definitely Greenwood, but of course he's not playing at the moment due to the circumstances that he went through. All right, so the one that is currently leading the line for our academy products is actually Ilenga, and then from the couple of the games that he actually played, especially in the bigger games and whatnot, he's not really turning up. Right, so what's your take now? Maybe for those who actually missed your comments before this, with regards to playing the youth.
Yeah, I think, sorry, first of all, Ilenga doesn't impress me much lah. Okay, you just compare to now that he's in the squad and playing games regularly, right? Just compare to the last two youth products who actually made it, which is actually Rashford and Greenwood. Both of them came in and really took to the first team. I don't think Ilenga is really that good. Okay, defensively very poor, going forward so average, very average. But to be honest, at this time, right, I won't include any youths in the team lah. The way they are playing, the team is playing, you're going to just destroy their confidence. Now, what is going to happen is when Erik ten Hag comes in, you're going to have, now everybody's hoping for a restart button lah. Okay, he cannot change the whole squad in one transfer window. He cannot change 8 to 10 players. He's going to have to identify key areas and really pick probably about 4 to 5 signings, depending on how many people leave as well. Now, this would be a good time for him to start promoting the youths, start from the preseason. And if he thinks some of them are good enough, you can play them. Okay? At least give them some experience. That is why sometimes I also wanted us to qualify for either the Europa League or whatever not, because in those games, you can also slowly bet those youngsters. If you remember, Gary Neville came in against Roto Volgograd in the Cup Winners' Cup, I think. Even Beckham, that whole bunch made their debut against Galatasaray in a Champions League game. So these are good areas where you can slowly bring in a few. I won't say bring in all, okay, but the key ones probably like Hannibal, probably like Garnacho. They should get some time lah, some time to bet in, and then if they're good enough to get starts. But I wouldn't include them now in this current team at this current season, because it's just going to go destroy their confidence playing with this bunch of clowns lah, to be honest. I mean, really, if they come in at this time, it may just destroy them, and then they might not be the same. So let's take it from the beginning of the season, pre-season, get in some of them, the key ones, and yeah, supplement the first team lah, and the new signings.
Okay, got a comment by Appa. Yesterday game is enough. All players look average. Again, only yesterday game. But for the whole season, David De Gea and Cristiano Ronaldo was our best players of the season so far. Okay, I think, guys, there's really nothing much to talk about, because if we can go on and on, we'll probably be arguing about David De Gea, blaming Ralf Rangnick and whatnot. So I think now most of us, I think what we want is we just want this season to be over with, done and dusted. And obviously, we don't want Liverpool to win the quadruple. We don't want Arsenal to finish above Chelsea, please. Oh my God, that will be killer. And then may I just say, Doc, I think the stress of being a United fan is getting to you. It seems like you lost a lot of weight, Doc.
Oh, that's because I'm following a regime from a certain coach. Hey, actually, I got one question. Before we go lah.
Yeah, sure.
Just to throw the spanner into the works lah. Do you think, and probably all of you can comment, do you think that the fact that Ralf Rangnick has begun to expose things, right, that he has lost the respect of the players, and that's why nobody is actually listening or playing for him at the moment?
Very good question.
Yeah, and if I want to answer that, it's actually, it could be the main reason why that performance yesterday, actually, to be honest. He said, and he was in the game before the Brighton, actually, he said how many players he wants to take he's going to suggest to Ten Hag. Like, he even suggesting 6, 8 or 10 players that he wants to remove or change immediately. All right, and that's possibly one of the main reasons that the mindset of the players is such that you see the total 360, because they all are good individual players, right? And if suddenly we lose 4-0 and playing ridiculous football, possession is like 20% or 25%. So that could be one of the biggest reasons that the players are turning against him already, especially the English players.
But in a way, I think it's a good thing. So because at least we expose all these kind of players, so it'll be easier for Erik ten Hag when he comes in. He will know pretty much who are the troublemakers and whatnot lah. So it'll be easier for him to resurrect Manchester United. Jai, nak tambah apa benda Jai? Erik ten Hag.
Actually, the conspiracy was Varane lah. Now we know.
Wait.
No.
And also Germany siapa? Okay, so maybe Erik ten Hag, Jai, apa pendapat you? Kita semua tengah dengar ni. Erik ten Hag, on ke tak on?
Erik ten Hag tu siapa?
Habis. Okay, and that with
No,
that,
actually, jap. Actually, kalau Erik ten Hag ada, still ada player-player yang tak macam tadi Dog ada tanya pasal soalan tadi tu. I nak tanya balik kat Dog ataupun semualah. Diorang ni main untuk klub ke, untuk coach ke, untuk manager ke, untuk diri sendiri? Kalau kita tengok game semalam. Dekat sini kita boleh nampak diorang ni bermain untuk siapa sekarang ni?
Konspirasi.
Sebab kita tengok sebab that's why it's conspiracy, because Jerman saya dah cakap Ralf Rangnick bagi tactical ada 3, dia tukar formation. 3 team player tak boleh ikut, tak boleh follow. Dan 3 kita kena belasah dengan formation yang ada semalam. So dekat sini dia orang bermain untuk Ralf Rangnick, untuk United atau untuk diri sendiri.
So with that kita akan cakap fikirkan.
Fikirkanlah.
I saw one comment today lah, for United to turn things around, we don't need Erik ten Hag, we need Erik 20 Hag.
Okay, with that guys, okay, thanks for joining us. Like usual, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.
Selamat Hari Raya.